Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day today, and I appreciate you popping in today. So if you're not seeing the little red button live, let me know that you have watched on replay. Just put in hashtag replay. We always like to know that people have stopped by, and so that would be great. And if you're popping in right now, I'd love to know where you're watching from, or tell me what your weather's like today, or just pop in and say hello. How about that? Oop, let me turn my phone off so nobody bugs us. How about that? This is my time with you, and I don't want anybody else breaking in. So I'm gonna just fix that right now. So hey there, Cheryl. Thanks for sharing me into the group. I appreciate that. And I am going to pop over here and make sure that I can see my comments. So let me just get that up. Oh, so Michelle was right before me. She was doing a square for Cheryl, and it's so pretty, and I think it's going to be just perfect for Cheryl. We love seeing what our creators create for each other. So if you're new to what we're doing for this event, it's a year-long event, and so once a month, and there's two teams. One is on the second Monday, and then the other team is on the fourth Sunday, I believe that's right. And so for our team, each month we do a block for one of our creators, and so then we send it to them, and then we like to have them open it up, or they don't have to open it live, they can open it anyway, but then they do show it to us so we can all see the finished product. And so it's so fun to see what everybody has received with their block as they get it. But anyway, so at the end of the year we'll each have 12 blocks, and so it makes it so much fun because then we've got something special that has been made for us from 12 different friends. Isn't that cool? 11 of our creator friends. And I just think that is such a special thing to be able to have something that, one of your friends has made, right? So we don't always get a chance to do that. And I just think that is, such a fun thing going on. So how many of you have gotten to watch, some of the past events over the last few months? I'm really anxious. Hey, Lindy, Celeste, how are you guys doing? Let's see who else has popped in here. So Michelle is here, Karen, Carol, Lindy, Celeste, Capri. You guys, thanks for popping in. So today, my block today is going to be for Michelle from Pretty Pieces by Michelle. That's who I'm creating for today. But first of all, let me put you down here to the desktop, and let's open up my block from last time. So last time, Cheryl created my block, and you know what? When I got the package it was in, I'm like thinking, I don't know what this is. I don't remember ordering anything. I was so confused, and you know how that is. Some days that's not hard, right? And so I'm like, well, I don't know what it is. So I opened it up, and it had this pretty paper, and I thought, well, I don't care what else is in there. I love the paper. Look at that tissue. Oh my gosh. And it's got little accents of gold in there. You can kind of see, its little sparkly self over there. Oh my gosh. So this was my paper from Cheryl, Mama P. And here was my block that she made me. Look at this. Look how fun this is. Joy. And she said that if there was anything that she hoped for me, it would be joy. And it says, friendship is born at the moment when one person says to another, wait, you too? I thought I was the only one. That was by C.S. Lewis. And so then she went ahead and signed it and dated it. You guys, and mine that I made for Michelle Allen from my Shell Bell Creations. I forgot to sign it when I sent it off to her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh, whatever, I tried. I at least got the square to her, right? I want credit for having done that, but anyway, I was kind of sad that I forgot to sign it for her or even put my name on it. I told her she'd have to put put my name on it. She said she didn't have a problem with that. So there you go. Let me go ahead and fix something here in case I need to change my view. But anyway, look, isn't this pretty? It's got such a pretty applique on it, and these little fabric rosettes. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And then of course, look at this, the little thing that she has put together. It's got an old vintage watch with it, some little beading that she's done. It's just simply fabulous. I just love it. Thank you so much, Cheryl. It's just fabulous. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, I've been getting these blocks and I'm like, oh, these are so wonderful. So today, I'm making something for Michelle from Pretty Pieces by Michelle. And I saw she was on here. I know, Celeste, isn't it that great? You guys, she just did such a pretty work there. So today, what we're going to do, so Michelle is my person, and Michelle says, now any of you know Michelle, you know that she's got a sunflower for her logo, right? And we see a lot of things, in her background. That's her logo, though. And I think she's got an apron maybe that she wears with that. And so we know that. But then, guess what I found out? I'm so sorry, I'm just croaking along here. I found out that her favorite color is pink. And I'm like, oh, that is funny. I had no idea that her favorite color was pink. So I've got this printable that I have come up with here. And I am going to cut this out. And I thought, you know what? I played around until I got something I liked that looked like mixed media. But instead of doing mixed media on the cloth, I'm going to show you something. We're going to actually put this paper right on the cloth. We're going to basically decoupage it right to the fabric. We've all got a piece of, we're kind of trying to keep it so that our backings are made from muslin. And so, so I think that this will work out just fine. And if you didn't know that you could kind of decoupage on a piece of fabric, I'm going to show you, huh? Oh, Cheryl, you too. Thanks for being my friend, Cheryl says. You too, sweet girl. I love you. I tell you, we have some good chit-chats, Cheryl and I do. And I appreciate so many things that she has shared with me. And even though I have played being in online business for years and years, Cheryl has had some great insight about some of the day-to-day things that I had kind of struggled with. So I appreciate, all the things that she has shared with me about that. Oh, hang on one second. Okay. So we're going to take our square. Where's a square? And you guys, I thought I had some other squares handy. Now, I have got to, I'm going to pull out a piece of parchment paper. I wish I could do it right on here, but you guys, I was working on something like this the other day. I'm going to turn so when I rip the paper, it's not terribly noisy. If you have a clean one of these to do this on, you would be all set. Mine was not clean, and some of that color, some of this little paint that you see back here or whatever, it was lifting right up. When I was putting the medium on, oh my goodness, it just was taking it right up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay my square out here. And you guys, I thought I had some others. Okay, well first I did something like this similar for the last one I did, and I tried every way I could to get it to work right. I've got a problem here. Hang on one second. Let me tip it a little. There we go. I had such a problem with getting it to work right. Everything I did did not work the way I was planning. And we all have those kind of projects, right? Hey Grace, how are you doing? Hi, Rhonda. Who else has popped in? Anita. Let's see. Who else did I not see? Linda, I don't think I saw you. Carol. Lori, Linda. Teresa. Hey there. Novella. Ruth. Oh my goodness. I think there were a lot of people popped on that I didn't see. Okay. Well, thanks for coming by, you guys. This is so fun. So, I'm going to leave my scissors right there. My fan is blowing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you guys, this was kind of trial and error, but everything I did, it was like a nightmare. You know, do you ever have projects like that where everything that you think you're going to do, they just don't go quite the way you planned, right? So I've actually got a liquid matte medium, and that's what I decided to use, because I thought if I use gel medium, it's going to take me forever to get it on there. And so I thought, you know, I'm just going to try it. But I messed up several. What I was going to say was, because nothing was working right on the last one, I messed up several pieces of my muslin that I had already cut. And so I thought, oh, I got more cut. Well, when I got them out today, no, they weren't even the right size. And then Michelle, right before me, she was talking about hers being 12.5 by 12.5. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought we were making them 12 by 12. So, yeah, mine are going to be 12 by 12, you guys. So I hope when you get yours, whatever you're doing, I hope that works for you, because now I've already sent some out like that. So, that's the problem. Now, here's the problem with doing it on this paper, is the paper on the back is going to get, it's going to, you know, this moisture is going to kind of make some of it a little bit wrinkly. But I think that's going to be okay. It'll work. Hey, Sue, how are you doing? Oh, Sue was one of our winners for the scavenger hunt event, the springtime adventures and scavenger hunt that we had last Wednesday. And Sue was one of our winners. That was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for those of you who didn't participate, we'll probably do it again sometime. So you'll have to watch. And I'm going to have another game another time. It's not going to be that. It's going to be something different. But it'll be something throughout the event. So you'll want to stay tuned. Stay tuned to our events. And it'll be something that we stream into the Crafty Bunch again. So, you know, stay tuned. You don't want to miss the fun, you guys. You don't want to miss the fun. Okay, so now this is still going to be wet. I might go back over here in a second to make sure that all of it is still damp while I get it on here. But yeah, so Michelle enjoys, she likes sunflowers, and she says that she's got some of her home decor is sunflowers and buffalo check, black and white buffalo check. And I'm like thinking, oh, well, that's an interesting deal there. But she likes pink. I'm like, that just surprises me. But, you know, oh my God. But you know what? She says really, you know, rainbow. And I think so many of us, how can we pick a single color, you guys? We love all the colors of the rainbow. I always tell, my kids are always going, you know, or my grandkids will always say, what's your favorite color? And I go, rainbow. I like rainbow. Hey, Maritza, how are you? Hi, Cindy. Welcome on in. We are making our quilt block today, our patchwork. Well, it's not really, you know, it's not a true quilt in the sense of, you know, sometimes what we think of as a quilt, you guys. So I want you to remember that. Okay, so we got a good coating on here. And I think I'm going to go over some of these and kind of lightly, where I can see it's really thick. I'm just going to kind of wipe those out a little so it's not quite as gooped up. Although, I don't know. Is that going to work? We're going to give it a go. Okay, so now I need my picture here. Rhonda says her absolute favorite is pink. Oh my gosh, my sister-in-law, she despised pink. And I always thought, I mean, just, vehemently, she despised pink. Always, from the time she was a kid. And I knew her for a long time. So, we actually all met at church. We went to the same church. And so my husband and I met when we were 15. And we dated off and on. Like when we were in high school and stuff, we dated off and on once in a while. was on again, off again. And honestly, I look back and I think, I can't believe that he would have ever, wanted to still date me some of the times that's basically I'm like, okay, I'm done, I'm done with this dude. And why he ever decided that he would come back for more punishment, I don't know. He must have really liked me. In the end, I thought, you know what? I don't know how I'm ever going to find a guy that seems to like me any more than he does. I better grab this one. It seems like he's probably a good one for me. And he has been. It was a smart choice, you guys. All right. So we got that on there. I just want to make sure I have it really pressed down super well. You guys, I'm afraid I better start paying more attention to the comments because I'm afraid I'm going to have way more time than I need. Some pink sunflower seeds. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Now I wonder why you started looking at that today. Oh, thanks, Grace. Yes, you guys, the more that we comment and talk to each other, the more that the book sends us out into their universe. So any of our creators today that you sit and visit with, the better it's going to be. And also, sending up those little hearts and thumbs up emojis, all of that stuff really, really helps. It really does, because it makes it look like we're interesting. So, I want to be interesting. Oh, how many of you want to be interesting? I do. I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be boring. Okay, so now we got that on there, and now we're going to put some on the top now and seal it down. So we're not going to try it. Now, we've already got that on the bottom. So we just want to do this and kind of seal it down. And because I used, this is just from an inkjet printer. So I got to be careful because if I use too much and it gets too wet, it's going to start smearing. And because I created this thing to look kind of like a mixed media piece, it's not too bad. If it smears a little bit, it's going to be just fine. It is going to be just fine. Oh, thanks, Sue. I should make this available for everyone. Isn't it pretty? It's just a fun print. And we don't always see that combination of pink and, yellow colors. But I love the green, too. I think that is so pretty. Grace, I hear you about that. Do you know, when we first moved to Minnesota, I could not figure out why people did not have that many fresh flowers or, like growing flowers out in their yards when we moved there. And I'm just like, I just don't get it. I don't understand this. Why they only had a couple of things. The things you saw the most were probably you'd see roses, you would see daylilies, and especially those Stella d'Oro daylilies, and those are nice because they'll bloom all season, they'll bloom all summer. And so, later on, I found out that for many of us who lived, especially like we lived in an area called the Preserve, and it truly was, there were deer that lived down there. We were just like across the street and kind of kitty corner from us, there was a big lake, and all around the lake there were woods and things, and so that was the Preserve. And so we had a place right behind the house that was what do you call it, like a giant culvert thing that went under the street behind us and over to that part of the Preserve. And you guys, we would often have families of deer who would walk under there through that place. I'm glad they stayed off the street. That was good. That was smart. They would go through there and come out into the neighborhood. So we would often see these family of deer. Well, my neighbor had a bunch of roses. I'm just trying to see if I've got some of this on everything. My neighbor had roses, and she'd get up every once in a while, all of the blooms were gone. They would come and eat those, and I'm just thinking, man, they had to sure be careful not to get thorns, because I mean, they were super thorny roses. And it was just so funny to see all of the, if I tilt it, I can see. It was just so funny to see, you know, their little families and what they like to eat. But yeah, I found it. And rabbits. I had planted some, I planted a bunch of spring bulbs one time. And the only things I ever got out of those spring bulbs was a single red tulip that ended up somewhere I didn't plant it. It was up next to the house in some rocks. And every year I'd have this one single red tulip. And I'm sure, you know, squirrels probably put it over there. They probably dug it up and then went and planted it. So, yeah, I know what you mean. Your dogs keep the deer away from the yard. Yeah, and, you know, a lot of places don't have fences. And when we moved up there, it was so different to nobody have a fence. Nobody. And it's like, that was just weird to us. And then when we got used to it, it's like, I wouldn't have it any other way, because it seemed more like a park. Like, I could look out in my backyard, and there's several of my neighbors, you know, our yards were all joined together. So it looked like one great big park back there. So it was just beautiful. Hey, Sissa, how are you? Welcome. So coming up at, oh, you guys, I got to check and see. I don't remember who's coming up after me. Wait 1 second. While I work on drying this, I'll tell you who's going to be up after me. Why don't I know that? Maybe I do and I forgot. Oh, it's going to be Lisa. Lisa from Lisa Boone. Lisa Boone what? Designs? Lisa. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I think it's Designs. Oh my gosh, is that right? Why did I just have a brain meltdown? Who knows, right? I am good, Sisva. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to get this dry so we can add some other stuff on here. We're going to add some more goodies on here. So as this dries, I mean, it's going to have enough heft to it that it's not just floppy and flimsy, but it's not going to be hard. It won't be hard at all. It won't be like super stiff, I guess is a better thing. Oh, Cheryl says no. Cheryl's up right after me. Whitney, yep, it's Monday. Oh my gosh, some days I feel like it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It's like I barely know if I'm coming or going. And you guys, I still have taxes to do. I'm not real thrilled with that. It's not my favorite thing to do. And my husband he calls me from work and he goes, you know, tomorrow is tax day. Tomorrow taxes are due. I go, I know. As soon as I get done here, I've got, you know, today, this afternoon and tomorrow, and I'll be able to work on it then. And he goes, I noticed your whole voice changed talking to me as soon as I said that. And I go, yes, I don't like doing it. And he goes, well, we could just take him up to Walmart. I go, I'm not taking him to Walmart. I mean, I don't have any, whoever does taxes at Walmart, I don't have anything against them, but, you know, I just don't have any problem doing it myself. It's just taking the time and gathering up all the stuff, right? Okay, this is taking more time than I thought, but it's getting dry. You know, actually, I think what I'm going to do is lift it off. So this was just parchment paper I put it on. So we can get it right off of there. Oh, and I can see the glue. The glue has, you know, seeped through the fabric, which I'm glad because I know that it's a good seal. So that's perfect. Now I'm just going to dry some on the back and make sure it's good and dry. Susan says she's doing taxes while she's watching. Yeah. I thought she already had hers done. I didn't know she was a procrastinator like me. You know, and it's not so much that I maybe, I don't know whether it's procrastination or I don't know. Sue, isn't that true? I so agree with you about that. They're really not that bad, and especially some of these things that ask you the questions and it just walks you through. I don't, you know, there's no reason, and I always tell my husband, I said, I'm not going to pay someone else extra to ask me the same stuff. I go, I'm going to have the same answers. It just doesn't matter. Okay. I'm just not going to do it. Okay, when I flipped it over, I could still see a little bit. Now, you're going to see in a second how come I need it dry. I need it dry so that we can continue on. Now, the part that we're going to do next, we're going to put something around the edge. Well, maybe I'll work on the other part first. Okay. So I think that's good. Looks like it's dry enough. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be on here. Now, I don't know. You know, I saw Michelle on here at first. I don't know if she's still on here or not. I don't know if she is. I don't know if she saw what I was doing and it scared her and she ran. I don't. I hope not. Oh, somebody used a crying emoji that they were sad. Of course, you know what, you guys, sometimes we try to get those emojis on there and, you know, something else pops on, not what we were planning. All right. Phew. Oh, Sissa, okay, she was asking where we're doing this. Yes, this is in the Crafty Bunch. Oh, I can feel my, a lot of times when I use my, my heat tool there, I can feel my big mat bubble up because it got too hot. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, you guys, now let's add something on here. Now, I so wish that I could do this and it would still be kind of iridescent, but it won't. But it's still going to give us some dimension. Well, shoot, where's my marker? Oh. Uh-oh. Well, you guys, oh my goodness, I might have to, seriously, I thought I had all those things like right here. I might have to jump up and, yeah, seriously, let me look if it fell on the floor. Oh, there's part of what I was going to do. Oh, this fell on the floor. Okay, well that, I don't see. You guys, I'm going to have to jump over here and grab something because I need it. I can't do it without it. Okay, I got it. I got it. Oh, well then when I got up, I saw what happened to the one I had. It was clear across from me. So now I can still use it. Okay, you guys, if you don't know this, you can take something and turn it a different color by using an alcohol marker. So this is, you know, and there's all kinds of alcohol markers. This happens to be a Copic. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to brush some of this color on here. We're just going to put some black on and we're going to put them in here in the centers of these flowers. And this is what I was saying. I so wish that these would be, you know, iridescent still after we, you know, marker them. It's not, but it's going to be some great dimension. And these had a lot more dimension than some of the little black, like flat back, black pearl type things. They didn't have this much dimension, so I thought, you know, I'm just gonna color some of my own. And I don't know how many I'm gonna need. We'll just color a bunch right now. But yeah, wouldn't that be cool? And I bet you can find, I don't know, it actually does look like it might get, I think you can kind of see a little bit more bling there. Oh, I think you can. That's cool. So, gosh, there's a bunch of these flowers. I don't know how many we're going to need for each one. So we'll just marker a bunch up. How many of you have done that before? Oh, hey, Michelle. She says she's here. Michelle likes to, she likes to do some mixed media things. And that was one of the reasons that, and she likes to do decoupage. So we've got like decoupage on fabric for her today. So I thought that would be a lot of fun, kind of a nod to things that she likes to do. And she likes, some of her music that she likes. She likes Elton John and 80s rock, and I'm like thinking, oh yeah, the good stuff. Lots of the good stuff back there, right? My husband came in the other day and I said, what are you doing? And he's on the computer and he goes, I'm trying to find a radio station. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, I just can't find anything that I, really like or want to listen to. And he goes, I can't find anything that plays stuff that I like. And it's so funny because I have given him a hard time, like, oh yeah, we don't want to listen to anything from this century. Oh, we give each other a hard time. Okay, let's see. Let's get some of these things off of here and put them on. I don't know if those things are on there together in a row or not. So we're just going to lift them up here, maybe. And set them down here. Oh, I want to put the one in the middle first. And then that'll dry clear, so I'm not too worried about it. Whoa! There it went. Oh, Celeste, don't we all? We all put off things we don't want to do, I think. They say, whoever they is, they say that like when you start your day off, you should do the thing you're dreading the most first. And that's probably a good thing, right? Just do it and get it over with. And a lot of times when you do that, the thing you dreaded the most, it didn't even take you that long. And it's like, well, that didn't take long. And then you wonder why you dreaded it so much. You know what? I'd probably be smarter to not cut right over my piece I'm working on. I mean, it does have this little plastic in between, but, we don't want that. We don't want that to happen. So now we're going to do some of this. Get this on here. So I'll continue to add these on. But let's see how this looks for the first one. I thought that would be fun to give it a little bit more dimension. Whoops. There it went, sliding off. She doesn't have any pets. And, some days I wish that was the case at my house. You guys. She loves gardening and singing, movies and organizing. Oh my gosh. Michelle, I should have you come on over to help organize some stuff. I do not like organizing, you guys. Okay. So, there we go. There it's starting to come together with a little bit of bling in the center. Oh, I love it. Love it. I love it. Celeste, I didn't see the rest of yours. She says financial reports make her want to run. Yeah, right? And Susan used to work at her father-in-law's accounting firm years ago. Oh. And she always has special circumstances that require brain power. Isn't that the truth? Oh my word. I know what you mean. Okay, now then, you guys, just moments before we started, I ran over to grab some trim that I wanted to use. And I have these piles of trim that they need to be sorted, but I mean, as they are, it's okay. I can live with it and it works. But I ran to grab the pile of trim, and as I opened that, I looked in there, and guess what I found? this tiny little check, black and white check. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had not seen it in there before. I mean, I'm sure I saw it when it came to live in that drawer, but you know how that goes when they come live in your drawer. Then you're not sure how long they've been there. And you know what? I think I want to even put a little bit more pink on here. Let's add a little pink just for fun. Let's see. Oh, I hope this is going to be a good pink. Let me see. Let me grab, actually, I'm going to have a piece of paper towel and finish cleaning off my brush. It probably needs cleaned off a little bit. Yep, it's got a little bit of brown in it. Let's see if that would be a little bit, well, I don't know. Oh, that's kind of, I can use a little bit of it. I don't want to go real wild, but it looks very similar to some of this pink in here. So I'm just going to do a tiny bit and kind of brighten some of that pink. Just a little bit. She says she doesn't like orange, and I don't. Some of this is, kind of started to lean a little bit orange. So maybe if we, get a little bit more pink in here, that'll help. And I don't know if you can see, but look at this. It has some words, so I didn't even have to mess with that. So it was like we'd stamped some stuff on there. It's got some stuff down here that looks like paint splatters. And I thought, the least amount of things like that I have to add, probably the better off I'll be, so it doesn't like come off, right? So we'll just kind of hit some of that with a little bit more pink. There. I kind of like it. Look at that. I would never really have thought about using pink and yellow, but I kind of like it. It kind of makes me happy. I like pink. I don't normally, there's some pink things. I can wear some pink, but not a lot. Hey Sue, how are you? Our other Sue. Teresa. Oh yeah, you love you love organizing. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Sue. Hi, Lydia. I am crafting for Michelle from Pretty Pieces by Michelle. So you guys, I'm just going to put this, and I'm thinking, see, I'm going to bring it down here to outside the edge. You know what I think I'm going to do, you guys? This will make it much easier. Instead of trying to miter corners, I am going to, oh, that didn't turn out very good. Let's try again. I'm just going to dovetail these. Oh, it wants to. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to extend the edges. And then crisscross them as I go down. Then I won't have to like miter the edges to turn the corners. And another way that you can do dovetails is clip up the middle of your item like this. And then just go in from the edges. Boy, I'm having a hard time because the very tip of these scissors is not sharp on this fabric. Man, they are so sharp on other stuff, but like if I used them on a piece of paper, I have no trouble. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get it. Maybe. What the heck? There we go. Let's brush those things off. So I'm just gonna put these on. Phew. Okay. Huh. Lydia says she tries to keep stuff clean, but it just gets messy as soon as she starts doing something. Isn't that the truth? I put myself over on YouTube as well. I usually stream over there too, and I forgot to even look to see if anybody's with us over there and has said anything. Looks like we're good. Sometimes I just forget. I try and do that. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. Oh, I love how I turned it upside down, or turned it over like that was going to make a big difference. Not really, since it's the same on both sides, right? Lots of ribbon is the same on both sides. Every once in a while, you'll find something that's not. Well, especially if it has a print. If it's got a print that was printed on it, like, kind of stamped on it, it's not going to be the same. But most things are. Satin ribbon's pretty much the same. Grosgrain ribbon. Lots of things are pretty much the same on both sides. Okay, and I'm just going to extend. I'm going to put it right at the edge so it's got some. So we'll kind of extend our work here. And I guess I'm going to probably do both, like across from each other and then down the other way. I think well, you know what? I should measure this while I've got it out here. We should just measure it. Yeah, so then when I found this and I looked, I'm like, well, how much is there? Is there enough for this project? And so it said there was 12 yards, and I'm like, woohoo! That'll be plenty. That'll be perfect. You guys, I cannot figure out what happened to my fabric scissors. I had them using them here one day, and then I don't know what happened to them. I do not know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Cheryl is up next. I'm not sure. We'll have to see who she is making her block for this time. I can't remember. Good grief. Each one of our times, we got 12 people. We got 12 creators in each of our teams. One is on the second Tuesday. Oh my word. The second Monday. And then the other one is on the fourth Sunday. So you guys can, if you can remember that, you can jot that down and remember. Then you can catch some of us. It's hard to expect everybody to watch everybody, right? But, there's always replays to go back and check out what happened or what's going on. And we love everybody to, pop on and let us know that they watched. All right. So we're going to flip this over and get that down. If I can grab it. I tell you, every time you've got the fan running, it makes a big difference. So I have to still put the rest of those fun little things. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Hi Judy. Anybody else popping in at the last minute? We're going to be ready for Cheryl in just a few minutes. I just have a few minutes left. So I hope that Michelle likes this. It's kind of a nod to her favorite color and the other. She has been married for 9.5 years, you guys. I tell you, that is any time that we, year after year, every year is another year to be proud of, right? Sure is. She has 3 stepdaughters, 4 grandkids, and a bunch of nieces and nephews. She says her least favorite color is orange, and I hope some of this hasn't leaned too orange to her liking. So this is going to be kind of what we have here. So see what I've done with the edges, so I didn't have to miter it and still have it you know, kind of something I thought would be pretty to, that would work nice. So I'm kind of happy with the way that is looking. But yeah, you guys, you can actually decoupage on some fabric. This has been fun. It's been fun, and I'll get it all finished, and when I'm done, you'll be able to see it. I don't know, I'll probably do something else to it, right? That's how creators are. We just keep thinking up stuff to do. It's like, oh, I should have done this. The worst part is once you send it off and you think, oh, I should have done such and such. But you know, you just got to get it done, right? So it's almost time for Cheryl. I can hardly wait to see. I don't know who she's going to be. I didn't pay attention. I can barely keep up with who I'm creating for. Sadly. Oh my goodness. So be sure and say, when I'm done, you just stay at the Crafty Bunch. Oh, and I hope you've been watching in the Crafty Bunch. So if you're in the Crafty Bunch, all you have to do is just refresh your page, and then you are going to be right there to see Cheryl and what she's going to make today, you guys. So be sure and check it out, and I will see you next time. I don't know when I'm live next. Oh, Saturday. I think I'm live Saturday next. So I've got a bunch of stuff to do this week. So unless my private group, I'll be on Thursday. So, oh my goodness. And I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Let's go watch Cheryl, you guys. Thanks for being here.